So I'm doing a little video today, which I'm gonna post later. How the whole United States got scared of a Chinese balloon. I want you to think about that. We are surveilling China. We have surrounded China with army bases. And we're worried about a little balloon. Talk about cowards. China must be laughing at us. That a little balloon could scare us into this kind of panic. Very weak politicians. We have extremely weak politicians. I, personally, wouldn't have shot down the balloon. I would have let that balloon fly to see where it lands. That way you know what base it's coming from. But instead, they shot it down. They probably won't glean that much information from it. Not after the salt water gets to it. Duh, salt water destroys electronics. So, just wanted to make the video. Don't be afraid and don't fall for the hype. No balloon going over our airspace is scary. If we're the most powerful military in the world, you can't be scared of a balloon. But they are. Cowards. All of them. Politicians, the military. You don't let China know that you're fazed by a balloon flying over your airspace. They have better surveillance than that. They don't need a balloon to get better surveillance on us. You know? And we surveil everybody too. We could talk about incursions on our airspace, and that's all we do all day long. Constantly putting military bases in Europe to take on Russia. Military bases surrounding China. They have no bases by us at all. Nothing. We're the bullies, not them. And that's the worst part. You don't ever want to be a bully, because bullies always get their ass kicked. I used to love kicking the shit out of bullies. But that's amazing to me, you know? We talk about they're the threat. We're the threat to the world, because we're putting bases all around the world. That makes us the biggest threat to the world. So, don't ever be afraid of a little balloon. You know? That's ridiculous. So, I see everybody talking about this Chinese balloon, the big threat. If that's a big threat, then you're weak. So, that only breeds weakness. That only lets China know you're weak if their balloon was a threat to you. What kind of military do you have that a balloon scares you? So, I'm gonna up this load. Hope they'll load this later. And we're Americans, man. We ain't afraid of that shit. Ain't afraid of no balloons. Don't let them hype you up, you know? I've never seen so many coward politicians and military guys in my life. You know, what happened to the real military? You know, they would have said, huh, what balloon? That's no big deal. If we want it, we'll take care of it. If not, let it go. But the right thing would have been to follow it, to see where it lands, to know where it's coming from, not to shoot it down. You don't know where it's coming from, you know? But cowards. European leaders are cowards. American leaders are cowards. They're all chicken shits. You know? Real strength doesn't need to be shown. Real strength comes from not flexing. Real strength, you know you're tough. You need to prove you're tough. You just know you are. Real strength comes from not being afraid, not let them see your fear. You let them see your fear, you've already lost. So we already lost to China because of all the fear that I see on these politicians. China invaded our airspace. Freaking cowards. And on that note, I'm going to leave it at that. Don't ever be afraid.